Hey everybody, what's going on? It's your boy djTLM, the last Mohican, and you're checking out djTLMtv. This is a response to the announcement that was made by the CEO of Serato today about the release of the newest version of their Serato DJ software, Serato DJ 1.5. Now the big news, of course, is that Serato DJ 1.5 will support DVS. Now what this means is that Serato DJ, which is normally software that you use with a controller, like the DDJ SX right here, will now support the use of turntables with timecode or CD players. Now, to me, it wasn't a surprise, and a lot of people did see this coming, and it makes a lot of sense. Serato always had to work on two sets of software. They had Serato Scratch Live for the digital vinyl system, and they had Serato Itch, which later turned into Serato DJ, for the controllers. Now it makes sense that Serato just wants to have one single set of software that they have to work on, and in their words, it's going to lead to better architecture to work from that single code base, more stable software, and it makes it easier to add new features. So that all sounds very positive, and it didn't surprise me, and I think it's a good thing. There's a couple of things that were said in the announcement that have people confused and shocked. Of course, people are thinking, does this mean that it's the end of Serato Scratch Live? Well, in a way it is, and then again it's not. If you have Serato Scratch Live, you can just use Serato Scratch Live. It's not like the software is not going to work anymore. Serato also announced that they will have full support for Serato Scratch Live until 2015. So up until 2015, they will release new updates, bug fixes. After 2015, they won't be doing more updates, but you will be able to download Serato Scratch Live from the website, and you can still get technical support. So they want to make it a smooth transition, and of course they do hope that everyone switches to that one set of software, Serato DJ. Now a big part of the shock to a lot of people is that they also announced that to use Serato DJ with your turntables or CD players, at first in 1.5 you're going to need to use one of their two new mixers, one by Rain, the Rain 64, and one by Pioneer, the Pioneer DJM900 SRT Serato edition with Serato built in. And after that they're going to have the Serato DJ 1.6 update, and from 1.6 there will be support for the SL2, 3, and 4, and for the mixers the 61, 62, and 68. This means that there won't be support for the SL1 and the TTM57. Now this is what had a lot of people shocked, scared, pissed, and I can understand the feeling because I use the SL1, but it makes sense. The SL1 and the TTM57 are old. They're just really old. My SL1 works fine with Serato Scratch Live, but I also mentioned in another video that the SL2, 3, 4 are just better audio interfaces. They have better sound quality. My SL1 has USB 1.1. The newer version have 2.0. So it makes sense that if they want to look towards the future, that they're going to use the hardware that can compete with today's hardware. And the SL1 and the TTM57 just can't. So, if a DJ like myself would want to switch to use Serato DJ with my turntables, it means that I will have to buy a new interface like the SL2, 3, or 4, which is already on my to-do list when I have the money for it. So, I'm not too worried about that. It will happen. It might be next year, and until that time, I can just use my Serato Scratch Live. So, no need to be scared when it comes to that, because you can still use your Serato Scratch Live, do your thing. Now there is one more thing that had a lot of DJs talking, in a positive or negative way, and that is some of the features that are in Serato DJ, and especially one feature. Well, let me talk about some of the features first. One that I like is that Serato DJ 1.5 is going to have 8 cue points instead of 5, and if you use Serato DJ, you're going to be able to use the new effects that are in there, the isotope effects, instead of the effects that are in Serato Scratch Live. So you're going to have a better effects section. Now the one feature that a lot of people are talking about now is the sync function. Serato DJ has the sync functions for controllers, but in 1.5 that sync function is going to work if you're working with turntables. Now, frankly, I don't care. You shouldn't care. A lot of DJs were proud to say that they use Scratch Live because it didn't have sync, so that's the professional standard, and sync is for amateurs and wannabes, whatever. Yeah, man, if it's a feature that's on there, then it's on there. If you don't want to use it, don't use it. Serato CEO did mention that they're going to have some kind of special, I don't know if it's a different release, but they have some special for the purists that don't want to have anything to do with sync. So we'll have to see what that is. It might be a special feature where you can just delete or turn off sync so that it doesn't appear in your software. We'll see what it is. So to sum this all up, you can still use Serato Scratch Live if you have Serato Scratch Live. You're going to have support for a couple more years. After that, there won't be new updates, but you can still get technical support. So you can just keep on using Serato Scratch Live if you want to. If you want to switch and you want to start using Serato DJ with your turntables or CD players, you're going to have to make sure that you don't have the SL1 or the TTM57. So you might have to upgrade your equipment. And in my case, I still DJ with an older MacBook, and Serato DJ doesn't work on my MacBook. So I will have to upgrade when it comes to my computer as well. Right now I can only use Serato DJ on my studio Mac because that's a newer model. So that's something to think about. Now the pros, of course, are that I think they're going to be better, cooler updates. It's going to be a more stable system. I've seen some new features that I like, new effects. And the only thing that I haven't heard them talk about is if the bridge is supported. If you don't know what the bridge is something that you could use in Serato Scratch Live, where you could link Serato Scratch Live and Ableton, and you could DJ and play with Ableton projects, and you could also record your Serato set into Ableton. So we're waiting on word for that. Serato Video is supported in Serato DJ. It already was, so nothing changes there. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's a very good thing. It's a logical thing, and I'll make the transition in time. I won't be buying new equipment tomorrow to switch. Actually, I can't even tomorrow because Serato DJ 1.5 will be released in October, and the first version that you can use with your SL234 will be released a couple months later. But I don't know. I'll switch in time, and I'm gonna have better software when I switch. That's all I wanted to talk about. Please share your opinion. Leave a comment in the comment section. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll be back real soon with a lot more videos. And until that time, I'm out. Peace.